talking about the treatment trains, the past month, as far as the LRC, we've been devoting our time primarily to finalizing our 5-year new adaptive plan. And there's been a lot of effort put into that. And we're hoping to have that finalized by June 1st, okay? That we can take something to the state and proceed onward. But at the same time, back to the treatment trains as Don talked about, we are working on those currently. Coldwater is operational. We used it this past week, turned the pump on. And if you go out there, the only thing I'm cautioning, if you go out there and the water's not being pumped into that, there's a reason for that. And I'm one of those guys that's questioning that. And the reason for that is they got to have that plant growth take place. Those plants can't be underwater, just like a field of corn. They have to grow. And so the spring of the year is very important for that plant growth to take place so we can keep the right flow of water going through there. Sean Finke with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and Brian's direction is monitoring that for us. So if you go out there and there's no water flowing, there's a reason for that. The Prairie Creek treatment train is also being monitored by Sean, and we're going to make a few minor upgrades out there to improve the operation of that, meaning get the water flowing through there at a better pace or a better rate at this point in time. And you talk about visitors come in. Sean, I think we're having the Shins is doing some upgrades out there as far as the walkways, and that's all being sponsored by the 4 local Rotary clubs here in the region. And it should be a very nice operation when we get done. And Brian's been very helpful for that process as well. So that's an upgrade of our treatment trains. If you notice in the paper this week, the Beaver Creek treatment train will be completed this month, or the next 6 weeks, depending on the weather, okay? Next six weeks possibly. So we'll have 3 treatment trains then completed for Grand Lake St. Mary's. The other thing we've been dealing with is the water quality. People question us. We're going to start testing the water going into those treatment trains and the water coming out of those treatment trains, both at Coldwater and at Prairie Creek. And that's being done by our local college Professor Steve Jockman with Teresa Dirkson's assistance also. And we're going to start that process June the 1st. The other thing we're doing with Teresa and I, and Stephen took a tour of the south side, we're locating some habitat up in those water streams to see what's in those streams going into the main part of that lake. And we're monitoring that this summer as well. Rough fish is another item on our overall plan. We're working on a plan to complete that. We don't know the outcome that's going to be yet, but we definitely feel it's a very strong part of the master plan that we're putting together. And those fish do cause some issues out there. Last information, the irrigators. You've heard about the irrigators. We have 2 of those we purchased. One is back in operation at Southmore Shores with Jack Borshore's house area. He's paying for the monitoring of that and electrical this year. The other one is at Brian Miller's Estate Park. We don't know what we're going to do with it. The value is not much. It's not functioning properly. It's old. There's new systems out. We're exploring that. They're expensive. Do we need it? We don't know. I asked the guy the questions. I said, how much will you give me for a trade-in? And there was no answer. So I guess, Tim, the value was spoken pretty loudly at that point in time. So I don't know what we're going to do. But we do have one aerator, okay, available. You have any questions for me? It's been an interesting 30 days, and hopefully the next 30 days go as well as this. So thank you so much, Tim.